Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. It is WitchyPoo coming back to you with another video, another live video. And if you are feeling kind, go ahead, guys, and please, please, please subscribe. I'm just making sure that we're live. I want to drop a comment in the chat because I never really do. But happy Friday night and welcome to the Poos. Okay, so thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. It is the year of the sparkle, and I told you I meant every bit of it. That's all right. Maybe you'll get it. Uh-oh, that's too loud. But we're going to go through all 12 signs. I do not have them written down. I can pull them up on the other phone, but I think we'll be all right. So let me just welcome the Poos first. Come on in, guys, and join the Friday Night Live. Okay, so what we do every Friday night, if you are new here, we go through each zodiac sign and we basically just get a prediction for the upcoming days, weeks, or months, whatever's kind of presented in front of us. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to try to get a Saturday Night Live before the end of the year. I'm going to try to get it, I promise. But I think that we look okay. I think that we look good. So let's get right into the reading for all signs. Put. Alright, guys. So while you're coming in, please do me a favor. Hit the like or dislike. I mean, it is wild. I just want you guys to participate. Help me out. Oh. Let me get an incense to set the mood and straighten us out. But I did want to mention I do have something I want to advertise, but I don't know if I should wait at the beginning or the end, so I'll just go ahead and wait at the end and we'll get started because there's so many signs that we have to go through. But I hope you guys have had a prosperous week. I hope 2024 has been good to you. I hope you're coming to some sort of realization in your life that, you know, it's more than the internet, it's more than the keyboard. We have to go out and live each and every day of our lives. And whether that be you getting away from your job and you're not working constantly, or you're just getting out and having a better social life, that may also need to be. And it doesn't need to be around people. You could just needing to get out, excuse me, simply because you really haven't done it before or this year, and you really are too stuck in your comfort zone. So 2024 is a lesson for all, and we're into the year of the sparkle, and like I said, it's all about the spirit and who you are. Let's close this in a little bit. And not too much, but I want to kind of get the sentiments right with this whole reading this Friday night. Spirits, what signs, symbols, downloads, and messages do we have for Aries, the first sign coming forth? Please come through and let us show and know. All right, the first card we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The funny thing about the Ten of Pentacles is that Aries, we want something in our life to really go with a green light, with our hands not even on it, and we're just able to blossom some sort of treasure. But you see, the treasure really only is going to come from you kind of expanding. You have had some people shadowing you around, and I feel like they're not trying to take what you have, but they may just want to see what you do to figure you out. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts, all the love. And if people shadow you, you know, it's flattering. It's an art form of imitation that really shouldn't get you bothered, because what I see here is that you barely can see them, so they're just trying to learn. They're trying to learn from you for some reason, okay? So this week, you know, you've got the green light for something that's glowing, something that's prospering. You have a couple people shadowing, but whatever it is that you're focused on to get this sort of gold, to get this sort of treasure, whether it's been saving for a 401k that you can now borrow from because you're of the age or up that ladder, right? Or if this is something that you kind of bury deep. To be completely honest with you, pause, because that's pretty much the end of Aries. I found a dollar bill in a jar with a brown egg just outside. We got our bushes cut like the other day. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is still here. 2024, I'm finding it. A couple days left, a couple weeks left before the end of the year. So maybe I need to bury a little bit more and see what comes clear. Now, I'm not telling you to do what I do, but I want you to understand how you can manifest and bring money just towards you as a ritual. And it's something with me where I clean like the front of my doors, and I'll do a short like I did before, but I clean the front of the door, but I clean the entranceway like each and every day. And that's what keeps money attracting in. That's what's keeping the blossoming atmosphere of just wanting some sort of abundance. And it doesn't always have to be materialistic, but it is in a sense where you can feel like you're doing something every day rather than just freaking living. Barely, right? Okay, so you got something you're going towards, Aries, and just, well, you got a couple people around, so don't get, I don't want to say impatient with the people, okay? The peace you seek resides within me. So the peace I seek resides in me. If you want to repeat this a couple of times, this will give a good insight on what you are heading towards this week that's sort of, I feel like it's a prize. I feel like it's a prize that you have not only been waiting for, but you've invested in some way, somehow. So it's going to be yours. You are on the right path, but you have some people shadowing. So be prepared to have peace in the mindset so you don't get frustrated. All right, Aries? All right, let's get Taurus. Thank y'all again. If you could just like, dislike, I'd appreciate it. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. We do have the Emperor, and this is Aries energy going forward. You may be dealing with an Aries that has a pretty strong authority in your life. And when I say strong authority, I mean like they are the king of all kings, the tide of all tides. You pretty much do whatever they say, and that's just how y'all ride. There may not be a strong commitment, but they do something for you that's a fight. They do something for you that they've been putting up with you, your emotions, and pretty much your BS all the days of their life. At least that's what they feel like it, okay? And so, Taurus, I'm really feeling like there's more passion that wants to come forth, but there may be some money invested in a different road. Now, when I say different road, it could be a hobby. It could be something that this person loves to do as far as collecting. As you can see, he's holding some sort of weapon. But whatever this is, as far as you being the center topic, do not prepare for that to be in 2025, pretty much for the going forward for the next 6 months, because they want to kind of use their money to do something else. And whether it's this passion that they've just kind of put back, or whether they've just taken a seat because they enjoyed something that they were doing for you and now they kind of want to take, like I said, a different route. It's all about them in 2025. So do not be shaken when they can't pay a bill this time, when they can't do something as far as what's been a ritual in your life. Because Taurus, I do see that they have a different passion. And if you're dealing with Taurus Aries, this is specifically for you guys. And if you're not, drop it for somebody else to grab here. But don't be upset. You got to work with them. And I feel like for the next 6 months, you got 2 oracle cards that have popped out for you at this moment. All right, so I know my soul is truly beautiful. So don't get doubted by any looks. Don't get doubted by you're not good enough to continue to write this book, because that is not true. Like I said, they are focused on something that they want to do for themselves in the future. And it's not involving you, okay? Just get that through your head. And it's okay for me to cry when you need to. You're okay. Crying, in a sense, can release endorphins, and crying, in a sense, will also get you to see your eyes need to be open. They need to be open to understand it cannot be about you all the time unless you make it that way and you are doing you, right? You're actually doing it for you. That's the only way you can get someone's undivided attention without being frustrated by them not giving that mention, right? By Drake. And without a follow, without a mention, you don't need nobody on this freaking planet, okay? You guys have each other. There's no problem as far as separation, but they want to do something for them, and it's going to be a good focus for the first 6 months of the year. Gemini. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Please hit the like or dislike. Thank y'all so much. Here we go, Gem. All right, we got the High Priestess. So you are dying for thirst of something. I feel like for you to kind of reign supreme, for you to be some kind of new authority, you want this to happen very badly. And you may be doing rituals and doing things that aren't pleasing because they're not aligning with something that you kind of have already started. You still want the moon to help you in some way. Gemini, the moon, you still want the sun to help you in some sort of way, Gemini, but the moon is what you need at this time. And now I see the crescent here way at the bottom. I've been telling you, I think, for a couple of weeks, if you want to go back and replay and just click on Gemini, the ones that I've actually clicked for you, baby. I can't see, but I'm going to come, all right? I'm going to read it in 1 second. If you could go back and watch some of those clips, I feel like if you have kept this glass thing where you're shining, like you're trying to shine a mirror up to the sun for magic, you're trying to do something a little different, that's not going to happen. I think I've mentioned this several times, that the sun is not for you, it is for the moon. It is for some, but not you, Pooh, okay? The sun cannot give you the energy or the open thought for you to understand that you want this attention, you want this throne, you want to be put on top, but your thirst for knowledge is like, it's not hot. It's not in the right spot. Gemini, to be honest with you, you've got two ways to go. You can either look for the sun or look for the darkness and something going forward. Whether this be the authority that you want for something to kind of take and unfold, or if you want this to kind of have a reflection of who you are without hurting people. I don't know what that means, and I don't know where that came from. But so it needed to be heard, it needed to be seen. I'm going to show you one more time, like the knives up top. So be careful of the thought. My destiny will reveal itself in time. And where you're supposed to be, you have to keep that focus on and that drive. You have to keep that in mind. That is the only way that you can get through to have this new authority that you want to happen for you. I love you to death, Gemini, but you're very stubborn when it comes to you opening up and having a real life, because you're wrapped in a fictitious kind of thing where you want this big major power move of authority, but you're not really willing to do some sort of shadow because of whatever it is that you're constantly hurting. All right. That's your message for 2025. I think you got a lot of homework, my girl. A lot of homework, my guy. Moving on to Cancer at this time. Thank y'all for being a part of the tribe. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm not doing it. I wish I had my grabber. I used to have a grabber. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad I got these socks on so I can grab them with this. I got it. Here we go. I ain't that big after all. Okay. Cancer, it's the Knight of Pentacles, eh? Alright, I'm just kidding. No, let's read the comment. I'm sorry. Hey, Ruby Jewel. I'm so glad Pisces here. Oh, I'm going to get to you. I'm at the very end, so if you have something to do, I'm not offended, but thank you for stopping in. All my love, my jewel, my Ruby Jewel, and thank you for being here, but I'm going to get to you, and I promise, I'm sure it's going to be good. Thank you for being here, Pud. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. All the sweetness. Cancer. When it comes to this kind of traveling and new adventure, right? These thorns aren't sharp, but they're mighty thick in the spots. So you're going to have some sort of DEAD route that's not really going to get you further, simply because of it's something to do with self. You're riding some sort of DEA horse. You're beating something. You're beating a dead horse. You're doing something over and over again that hasn't gotten you a proper result. I believe with this Knight of Pentacles, if you're wanting something to kind of push through without you having a struggle, if you're wanting something to come in a sense where you've got a great thing on your back because you're holding on to it, and it's a big lump sum where you can put it away if you need to at that. So I don't want you to drop what you have in your hand, but as far as this machete you can pick up to kind of get through some thickness, Mary J. Blige, through the thick of it at that, you are going to have to kind of get off this horse and catch a new ride. And I don't know if that means you go by train, you go by plane, you go by, plane, trains, and automobiles. You got to do something different where you're not on this horse that's getting you kind of nowhere. And 2025 isn't going to be the same. You're kind of not going to grow in the invested way that you've got carried on your back, because you just keep riding this same BS. This something really wants to shift. It's something to do with self, and you you're pacified by something. Maybe stop being so, like this passive face, like you need a, like how a baby needs a patch. I think I've said this before, like a year ago. We called it a patch, a pacifier, whatever you guys call the thing they put in their mouth. It's like you need to be pacified by something. So maybe if you can kind of cut that, use that machete to cut this bib off, to cut something off that will kind of make you more of I feel like adult. So it may be just a thinking of a stronger thought. If you can't get off this dead horse because of this is just who you are, then you have to understand you got to become a better person every day. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Because that's pretty much where it is on how this can turn around, and you can get not only through the thickness, but have a bigger bag, like a stronger sack. So you're becoming a better person every day. If you can kind of repeat that to yourself and mean that, and in a sense, when you mean it, you are saying it, you are enchanting it, you are believing it. And you are also doing something in a sense where it's humanitarianism followed by an action that you've kind of kept going in a routine here. Okay? That's it, Cancer. Y'all getting some time. Let's pick it up a little bit. I appreciate y'all being a part of the tribe. What are we on? Leo? Here we go. It's the year of the sparkle coming up in 9, baby. Live your life and be proud of who you are in a sense of how far you've made it. Because we are not going backwards. We are only up in aging. The Page of Swords is here. I don't feel like Leo, it's a lack of bad planning, because you've done this over and over again. You are a part of some sort of tyrant thing that comes over you, where you're planning all over the place and none of it makes sense. But that's just who you are when you become overwhelmed. Nevertheless, I feel like if you could kind of get this blueprint to be mapped out. And when I say mapped out, it is, what is you see short term? What do you see long term? What do you see for the vision for a couple of days? And do you have a calendar? Are you getting some sort of organization in your life where you are not tricking yourself out of moves that could have been made right? You're not tricking yourself out of opportunities that could have come to you, but you did so many people not right. You understand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but the 6 has kind of gone away, but it's 5, so it could just be this inability or struggle for you to get along with people anyway. But either way this goes, it's like statizit at this moment. If you could stop something dead in its tracks, not rip it up in a sense physically, if you don't have to, don't do that. But if you could kind of just mush it off the table and start all over from scratch, that would be your best bet when it comes to you realizing something that you want to gain, you want to get without anybody trying to take it, right? So this is a lot, Leo. I believe that, for the next couple of days until the end of the week, the 31st, you should have the new game plan at least for the first 7 days. So starting small would be the best way, because you're able to gain control of the mindset, the organization, and the next play. You understand? All right, forgive yourself from something that's bothering you at that. Forgiveness goes a long way, whether you can forgive this other person or you can just forgive yourself. But you have the power to sort of do this. And in order to do it, you've got to... I feel like more of the waning, however you say it, mood is here. Everybody says something different. The waning mood is here for you. Because I feel like, Leo, there's so much sun and you live in so much like delusion. And it's not an everyday thing, but it's becoming a habit, which could be tiring. All right. We want to get somewhere. We want to have a new game plan for the year. Okay? That's it. Virgo here. It's kicking up. There's a smoke in it. Virgo, let's get it. Give me a good cleanse really quick. What do we know for Virgo in this moment? That's what I thought. Virgo, you have 2, both in reverse. Both of the emotions are coming in hot. You got Judgment, you, Taurus, and then you got Strength, Leo, going forward. To be some sort of fighter, but fighting for a purpose of what cost and what purpose. I feel like you've caused and made a lot of pain, not only in your spiritual world, your spiritual sense, your spiritual ancestors, and the people who kind of led you or got you to this point without a scathe, without a scratch, right? You've gotten through something, but you've kind of not given some sort of proper respect. You've kind of not given something that needs to be told in a stronger voice and a stronger opinion. You have, I feel like these are ancestors. Please don't run at this time. Grandma's here. Grandma's back. So powers up. It's funner when she's here. This is something when you took information that was given to you from like a different time period. And the crazy part is, like, you were there, you remember it. You were dreaming, but you thought that you were watching some sort of movie. Virgo, you're not given the proper respect and kind of taking a dump on the people who gave you some sort of intellect. I do not know what that means, and I don't know if it's a home, it's an inheritance. It could just be the knowledge of thinking. But however this fits in the alignment of you having complete loss of judgment, 2025 isn't going to be any more understanding, because now they want to reprimand. They want to teach you a valuable lesson. And so I really feel like if you could, I don't know how you can reverse this. You've got a lot of, you've got one child that really is like DEA to you now. You know what I'm saying? And if it could be in the physical sense, no disrespect, amen. What I'm saying is, like, you have this physical or the mindset of an adolescent who has no longer belief or faith in you or what you can give, okay? And so if that becomes more of an intention that, hey, this child is not even with it, then it's going to circulate around to the adults, and everybody's going to pick it up. And now we're here on this spiritual side of the real earth, not on the past realm. We're here now where they have a problem with it. Then you have to realize you've got a lot of owning up to do in something. And I feel like it's basically over some sort of judgment in a strength you're just overconfident in, and you had work to do on something. Wherever that means, fit it, please. And you will heal and move on, so mote be. Anytime that we struggle with healing, it's not easy to open up and see, because you don't really want to say, oh, there's something freaking wrong with me, right? We don't want to just own up and say, okay, I've had a bad dream, or I've had a dream that I can't remember, but it was freaking awesome, but it was given knowledge at that time for you to remember. And so you've come out and you've said it, you've regurgitated. So you're not given the proper respect. And I really think healing and getting a clearer mindset will help you in 2025 with less judgment, okay? That was Virgo, please. Thank you in some way. You can hit the like or dislike button. That would be great. Hi. Come. Hi, Rosie. Come on, Rosie. Come on, Virgo. Don't distract me. Libra, I'm up next. Hi, darling. Virgo, you're up next. Come on, Rosie. And then I'm going to light another incense. Come on, Rosie. The sun. The sun, boss. The plane. The sun is out in some way. And I feel like this is a optimistic adventures you kind of want to have in 2025. And I do see you with another pal, another friend, another girl, another guy. Somebody's going to be your amigo at this time. All of this truth coming to you about a happiness that you kind of want to renew is all in the spirit of goodness. Thank you for the hearts. I think I saw them. Not tripping. And it is good. So do not double cross anything by saying something that could be detrimental to some happiness in an open way. And also just enjoy each moment and realize that the optimistic Libra, it took a time to get some sort of balancing. So you're finally getting, I feel like, on a right path, but you're still in some sort of depression, but you're going to have somebody there to help you get through this. Okay. So 2025 is going to be good to you in the beginning, as long as you keep some sort of optimistic and this one amigo pal around that you guys kind of sing and have fun with. It's the year of the sparkle. I said this. You know the answer already. So there's a lot of things that you clearly know the answer to as far as what has gotten you the happiness to this point and how you want it to stick with you, how you want it to stay. And obviously it's with this person that may have the possibility to help you get out of some sort of elongated depression that you've had pretty much all your life in some way. All right, Libra, that's it. Scorpio, I think you're next. Come on. It's a come. Come on. Yeah, here I go. Come on, Rosie. She's such a... It's a party. He's coming to try to get her. Don't you pull this down. Scorpio, here we come now.
Yeah.
All right, and so we have the Four of Swords. Well, if you're burying this energy, you're burying this person, you're burying this thing that you no longer want to have nothing to do with, keep on doing what you're doing and make sure the knots and the nails are tight and everything's solid glued, right? Because you want this to not come back in your life. And I feel like whoever you've cut off, you've pretty much treated them like the mummy side, like a vampire, like the Egyptian mummy where they get that whole thing where they're embalmed and all that good stuff. You've put this person's fire out and you no longer want them a part of your life. But you see, one candle is still lit. So if you still have something you're holding on to that you think that you can keep in your front pocket for this, you can. So if you're releasing this person, you have to release that thing too, because ultimately it will come back to bite you over something that you're trying to manipulate and hang over this person's energy or this physical thing in the future. So be mindful, be careful, get the fire all the way lit, because you're there, you mentally get it, but you still have something you're holding on to, and it's just a tiny little bit. So figure that out and make it a complete split from them, okay? Or you don't want any karmic retribution, and you can't double back on them once you do this, okay? I don't know if they've owed you money, or I don't know if they just did something that was uncanny. Here we go. I release all negative energy. Rosie, get off the computer. You release this person, you release the negativity, and you no longer want to see them again. So mote it be. It's so easy. And the easiest part is that it took you all year to get this done, Scorpio. And now we're in the mode where you finally can gain and have, or wait, I'm on Scorpio? Yes? Yes. So you can gain and have some sort of control, okay? You release all negative energy, including that person, including that little bit of flame or whatever fire you have left. They have to be complete, okay? Because then that's going to backfire because you're trying to manipulate something. And you're not, right? You're over it, right? Sagittarius. You're going to be like everybody else and not like my video? I'd be showing out for him. I'd be showing out for him. We'd be like, ma'am. I'm just kidding. You got justice here, Sagittarius. I feel like a court case has been in and out of your life for child support like all year long. Whether you're fighting for physical custody or you're fighting for this visitation right because of a homestead sheet that went wrong when you had him at that time. I don't know what's going on in the custody battle life, but it's going to balance out so long as you keep on this journey of a new sustainability you want to have in your life. Not substance, please. Oh my goodness. Not substance, okay? This new sustainability that you have in your life is now coming to like a new blossom fruition for you to kind of keep traveling, for you to keep gaining some sort of balancing. And I really feel like, Sagittarius, you're going to win as far as this lower judgment of you wanting to pay an indifference. If you've been fighting for a lower wage, if you've been fighting for a lesser pay, and you wanted to get a better job or a better sense of where you can get greater money, and it's a financial gain. I feel like something's going to come up as to where, you know, they're going to slip up and you're going to be able to, I don't want to say hold them hostage over something, but you're going to be able to prove how good you are and of a person. Pooh, I'll just put it like that. You're going to be able to prove something in court that they did that wasn't right. So please hold on tight. Do not be in fear that this split was in vain, or you went so long to see them some way. Sagittarius, it's all going to work out in your favor. And I feel like 9 weeks from now you'll get the new court hearing, And if you could, ask for a mediator. And if you ask for a mediator, you'll be able to have this heard by somebody who's completely neutral. You'll be able to get the judge completely out of the system, out of this conversation, and you guys can work this out together. Even if she's unwilling, you can kind of force a side too. All right, real change starts from inside of you. Understanding that you are not normally used to doing these kind of moves. You may not even be used to wanting to see a result come through that you've won in a courtroom. But guess what? This is all going to work out. And I feel like I said, the 9 weeks from now, 9 is just here. You are going to have a change where it's going to kind of flip the tide of a result. Okay? Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius. No, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Sorry, my ruby jewel. Oh, you're in a relationship with the Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. If child support things are of an importance, make sure you don't slip up if you are the one on the offense. I'll put it like that. Because the defense one is the one that's really in court struggling. So make sure you're dotting your T's and cross your I's when it comes to the children. Here we go with Capricorn. Let's hit it. All right, we have the star. This is Aquarius energy. There's a little Scorpio here, but it's not in a sense where someone's drowning anymore. Capricorn, you may have new hope and faith on some sort of new travel. You want to move or get a consultation, some sort of thing where you can kind of go and visit and see what it do. But you see, you can't live between desert and some sort of land because of a condition that you know nothing about. In Arizona, those places, please forgive me what's coming out. There's some sort of like poisonous radiation air. Please do not flag this channel. There is something going on where you're just struggling with this mental, and it's the decision of actually moving, and it's because of what's physically happening in the universe you're not able to see, bud. I think you really need to reevaluate, and go to more towards the water rather than towards this dirt, rather towards this like dry area and land. Because if you do that, you are going to suffer internally. I can't even talk, so that's just letting me know how sick you will become. They also don't want me to tell you this. Why? Because now you've gained new wings, you have gained new knowledge, and he is some sort of like native, if you can see, a warrior. So you can fight through this problem, and I think it's really of you making a decision and having hope and faith and not going towards the desert, but come back towards the water in some way. Okay? Capricorn, that was for you. You need the grounding all you can, babe, right? Embrace change. Thank you. I see the light. Embrace the change. You don't feel that it's going to work out because of some sort of situation where it's better there. It's not. It's not going to be better in the dry land. You need to come back to the shore, my friend. All right? Embrace the change and make it work out. Start looking today. You have the power, and something's going to fall in your lap right away. Aquarius and then Pisces, and we're out of here. Aquarius, what do you have here? All right, it's the Hermit. You know, Saturn tomorrow is Saturday, and only the heart of gold or a spirit of a righteous person would understand what I'm about to say. And I don't mean that, oh, it's just an exclusive thing. No, it's just a mentality, all right? You know, you put yourself in some sort of box where you can get buried and forgotten about. And not in a sense where it's not about the people looking at you with the two physical eyes, but in a sense where you are not going to have the legacy you thought you would at this time. But I feel like Aquarius, you know, you've got some sort of hibernation to kind of really tap into this winter solstice. And I feel like, shit, for the next 10 days, it's not going to give you any kind of enlightenment to change. It's going to take maybe the whole 2025 for you to like get this to stick in your mind. But you see, the longer that it takes for this to happen, you're going to delay something of a thing you kind of wanted to pop out and change for something magnetic to happen. And I don't mean magnetic like something that's attractive. I mean like, wow, that's like magnificent. And that's, I'm thinking this is really not going to get, you're going to still be stuck in some sort of darkness. If that, I'll just put it like that. So if you could, Aquarius, kind of go into this next isolation mode, hibernation season, with really of an introspection of what it is that you keep putting yourself in this box and playing yourself small for some reason. What is it that the playing small and you go in to kind of retreat or regrow and then you come out worse than you were before? What is it that you just can't let go? Because as we get older, look how old, okay? As we get older, if we're not comprehending something that we should already know, I feel like you're just going to keep being put in this box over and over again as you keep re-entering the world. So there's a lot to think about as far as why do you keep putting yourself in this box, okay? Identify and remove toxic people from around you. But you see, there's the eyeball there. Sometimes it's the reflection that be, and people don't want to hear that, right? Nobody wants to hear that, you know, they're part of the problem in something in life. But here it is that take advantage of this mirror. And I can't remember what sign I was talking about that does something with the reflection of the light. Stop. But what you should do with this reflection of you is turn it around and seriously get what it is that you are discontent about, what it is that you are upset and you can't get over fast enough. What is it that you can't see yourself not going backwards? Okay. Last one, Pisces. I hope you're still here, my Ruby Joe, or come back and rewatch the replay circle. We gather and we rewatch it. Just let me know, right? Gotta start different stuff. It's 2025. Yay! Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Ruby. You're still here. Let me get it. Let me get it. Pisces. All right, here we go. Feelings, feelings, feelings. We got the Seven of Cups. Well, you're near this incompletion, and there's magic in you to kind of fill these cups up on your own without needing any assistance. But, and Ruby, please take where it lies and resonates and not. I love you for being here, and thank you for just being genuine. You've got this sort of new ray of energy that wants to come and vibrate with the frequency of helping you fill up these cups. And I feel like Pisces, because you've got old blue stuff, it's something that really that Monica song Misty Blue, if you could play that, my whole world. Well, I believe who sang that? Minnie Wilford. Somebody sang it first. There's always somebody that did it first. Gosh, don't hold it to my heart. But Monica was the last one I remember because I had the CD when I went to the mall, okay? If you can play that Misty Blue song and understand, it's like your whole world is focused on some sort of growth with the one thing you've gotten in your hand. So you've kind of forgotten about the things you put up on the shelf to get them filled up, but you're sad about it, which pretty doesn't much make any sense. So we got to pick a way in our heart on how we want to move. Do we want to go ahead and use that heart to help to get the rest of this stuff taken care of? The feelings, the emotions, the conflicts, or you're just holding and grasping on to this one thing in your hand that has one flower on it that barely really gets you anything. And so it's not to say that it's not growing, but it's not nearly as big and as resourceful as the rest of the 6 cups could be. And so I'm really feeling like if you could use 2025 and even including the next 7 weeks to start filling up these cups that you've put up on the shelf, and they're getting covered because you're holding on to something so tight in your hand, and it's just a basic thing that keeps you pacified, content. But it's not enough. It's not what you could kind of get a new vibe and frequency if you filled up these other cups. Okay, my sweets, my love. And so, Pisces, that's really what it is. You got to let go of something that you're kind of holding on to tightly in your hand. And it does make you sad and blue privately, but you won't let this new frequency come in, even though they're old to you. I will not compare myself to others. And this may also be, there's another eyeball here. This may also be something that you need to see. Maybe you don't want to let go of this thing in your hand because you've compared yourself to every other thing that they've interacted with or made them happy. Anything that makes another person smile, or like, that you're with, that your partner, that your companion. Sometimes we just don't like that shit. That kind of makes us indifferent somehow. And so the non-comparison yourself uh, to not only yourself, to what you're holding on to, but these cups on the shelves that could really help you get assistance in filling them. And you've been looking at them over and over again pretty much all year, my friend. You got to use your heart, use your eyesight, and get these cups kind of filled up, because this thing that you got, it's grown. You can put it down now, right? And if you come back to it, guess what? It's never going to leave your sight. You've kind of gotten it figured it out. You've gotten it figured it out, okay? I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to give one more for the collective of everybody, just because I thank you all for being a part of the tribe, and that's it. I appreciate the energy. For all 12 signs, if you could live until the end of this year with the thought and the phrase that your energy is sacred. We've gotten this card. Last week we got this card, I think like a couple weeks before. Go back and watch some of the Friday Lights and let me know. But how many times has this popped up? And one more time before we go. Your energy is sacred, so you have to start acting like it and acting like you know. Until next time, guys, I love you so much. Thank y'all for being a part of the tribe. And I'll see you next time, and we will do a Saturday night. This is the year of the sparkle, so y'all better start getting your attitudes upright. Bye, guys.